Hi guys! Last night I was up trying to figure out what kind of look I wanted to go for. I pulled together a couple of looks that I saved on Instagram just for some inspo that I was going to try later on, and I figured what better way to do a fun shadow for beginners look than to use maybe like some summer colors and just like some fun, you know? So I did a vote on my Instagram. You guys voted. You guys chose which look we are going to do. This is the look that you guys chose. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off with a beautiful yellow shade, and we're just going to blend that upwards. I'm going to go in with my Colourpop Honey palette, and I'm just going to take this beautiful yellow shade. It is called Sweet Spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of place the shadow, the yellow shadow, not too close to the brow, but close enough. And I'm just going to blend it upwards. You probably wouldn't do your makeup first, so you know, make sure you stay within these lines because you don't want to go too far out. I'm just going to take this Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, take the beautiful orange from this palette right here, and I'm just going to take a little brush like this one. This is good to me for taking a specific color and kind of placing it right where you need it, you know, so it doesn't get too messy. So I'm going to take this in my crease and blend it up very lightly. So how she says to do it is just to put it in your crease and blend it into the yellow. So that's just what I'm gonna do, and I'm not going in heavy-handed because I just kind of want to outline where I want to have it before I start blending. And I don't want to drag it too far down here. I want to leave space for my third color. I don't want it to not have like a clear base. If I do drag the shadow down further than I should have, a good trick to do is to take like a wipe, a baby wipe or a Q-tip, something wet but not too damp, and just kind of wipe it off. That way you can start off with a clear base. That's just one tip if you do end up dragging yours down too far. I'm just going to take a brush that looks like this, and I'm just going to try to blend the orange and the yellow together a little bit. Being very, very gentle and very cautious, that is. You do want to blend it upwards. I think I'm going to dip a little bit into the orange to help the blend better. See how it's starting to transition? Like this one is kind of more smooth, going up, you know. And then this one kind of like Lucky Charms Rainbow. This is a really, really easy look for beginners if you want to like just step into color, because it is so simple. Like, this is my first time doing the look. I'm not a pro at eyeshadow. You know, I'm starting off just like, you know, everybody else. And this is so, so simple. You know, it's about, you know, brushes, you know, and taking your time, really. Now I'm going to show you her second picture. In the picture that she shows, the orange does start to overbear the yellow. So if your orange is starting to overbear the yellow, do not freak out. That's normally what happens anyway when you're just kind of transitioning, you know, one color into another. I want to take a little bit more of my yellow back with this brush, and I'm just going to kind of darken it up a little bit. So I'm just kind of going over top of the already yellow, trying not to mess up what I did with the orange. I hope I inspire somebody to try this with me. So now I'm going to do this in my crease just because I want to make it a little bit more distinctive. For the hot pink, her hot pink, let me show you what hers kind of looks like. It's very hot pink. So my pink is probably not as hot, but I think it still look really good. So I'm just going to go in with my James Charles palette. And I'm just going to take this pretty hot pink right here. And I'm just going to also add that to my lid, which is right here, what I kind of just left bare. And I'm just going to add that and blend it into the orange. I'm going to take a brush like this. No particular reason. I just kind of think it's a really good brush for placing. Pink is one of my favorite colors, and I just absolutely love the pink that is in this James Charles palette. So I'm just going to place it first just so I can get a pretty good placing of where I want it and how I'm going to blend it. See, mine is more like neon, and hers is kind of, yes, more of a hot pink. So I'm taking a brush that looks like this. Take it, gently blend that into the orange. And it's so pretty together. I feel like a pretty flamingo. See how it's still like a little harsh like line. So I'm just gonna keep blending that pink into that orange until I'm satisfied with the blend. I'm just gonna go back in with the brush I used to blend the orange into the yellow, and I'm just gonna blend that orange upwards more. Okay. That is very pretty. Alright, I think that's what we're gonna go with. So I'm not that good at wing liner, so I'm going to take some of this e.l.f. tape and I'm going to try to use that as like a guide, I guess. And I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild Mega Liner, and I have mine in black. I'm so nervous, y'all. So here are my Eyelure lashes. These are in the style Marquise. I absolutely love these lashes. They're so glamorous. They're so beautiful. They're so full. They're going to cover this trash liner up really quickly. So she said add yellow to the inner corner. Now, I don't know if that's a highlight or shadow. So I'm going to just try a shadow. I've never put a shadow, I think, on my inner corner ever. So I sprayed my brush. I have a little domed brush like this. And I'm just going to gently go back in with my Honey palette and get that yellow shade, and I'm going to put it in my inner corner. Okay, so that is done. That's pretty. So then in the picture I can tell she smoked out her little lash line. To me it looks like she used pink, so that's what I'm going to use as well. So I'm just going to take a brush like this with like a little pointed tip a little bit, and I'm just going to dabble it back into my pink from my James Charles palette. But I think I'm going to throw some orange on there too, just to kind of like, you know, chill that out. It's too hype right now. So I'm going back in with my Zulu palette. I'm just tapping in with that orange, same brush, going right underneath, but still making contact with both colors so that they kind of mesh. Alright. That is really pretty in person. So she also took a yellow liner and lined her waterline. So I'm going to just take this Colourpop Creme Gel Liner, and this one is in the shade Punch. Our looks are a little different. I'm not sure why. Maybe she's probably way more advanced than I forgot to do mascara on my lower lashes, so I'm just going to go ahead and carefully do that. Lower lash mascara was not on her tutorial or, you know, whatever in her directions, but I can't go without it, so I did it. I'm gonna just take this Anastasia Beverly Hills loose highlighter. This one is in the shade Snowflake. It's silver. It matches my outfit. I love the tops on these. Like, this is me. If I was a highlighter, it would be that. I'm just gonna do my lips really quick. And that's it. I'm just gonna set my face with my favorite Beauty Bakery setting spray. Alright, so this concludes our look. This is an easy eyeshadow for a beginner. Like, there's a couple steps you can of course skip. I just did the whole thing because I wanted to recreate her look and do justice by it, which I think that I did. I was gonna flat iron my bangs, but I'm kind of feeling this, so I'm gonna leave my hair like this, girl. We're just gonna leave it like this. Again, it was very simple, very easy. Of course, I did use 3 eyeshadow palettes. You could use 1. There are many palettes with these colors in them, so that's just what I had, so I made do with what I had. If you like this video, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that bell button so that you're notified every time I post a video for you. And yeah, everybody stay blessed, stay safe, and I love you guys.